Good morning, ladies, and welcome to tip number 5. I just wanted to, this one's kind of vague. It's really not something to do, but I think it's more, again, of giving yourself the grace and just something to think about. Each one of you is different. So how you eat, when you eat, what you need to eat is all going to be different. Your schedule is going to be different. I've talked to some of you in a private message where you're dairy-free, or you don't eat red meat, or you're allergic to nuts, or your baby is soy-free, egg-free, dairy-free, nut-free, whatever. So your needs and the way you get your calories are going to be so different than somebody who has no restrictions and their baby can tolerate everything. So pay attention to that and think about you might eat a plethora of oatmeal because that's what you can eat. That's how you can get your calories. You might eat a lot of eggs. That's what you can tolerate. That's what your baby can tolerate. Nursing cravings. I didn't believe that they were a thing until I was nursing Hayden. I didn't have them with the twins that I remember. But with her, all I want is like ham and like a club sandwich, like ham, turkey, lettuce, bacon, avocado. Like I can't get enough of it. So I'll have that almost every single day for lunch or dinner. Ask my upline Meg. I had it almost every day when we were out to lunch. So your body's going to crave things too, and that's okay. Make it work into your, make it work into my 21-day fixed meal plan, but make it work into your calories using MyFitnessPal or tracking it or however you use it. I'm not a calories person. I can't track that. So I follow 21-day fix and use my little portion control containers and track everything that way. You can figure out, find out what works for you, different methods. Some people write down everything they eat. Some people use MyFitnessPal. Some people use Weight Watchers. Whatever works for you and your schedule and your family, that's totally fine. That's up to you. The other thing is that there's no restriction on how much to eat at one time and when to eat. So typically, in a perfect world, I would love to eat breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and then probably a snack. But that's not always the case. Usually I eat breakfast, snack, and then my lunch and my snack is like one big meal at 2 o'clock, right? So I probably go from like 10:30 to 2 without eating because I'm really not hungry at 12:30 when I go to get the kids, but by the time I get home and get them situated, the older two, it's 2:30. So I make a bigger lunch. I add in my fruit, I add in some extra tablespoons or teaspoons. I just make it a bigger meal, and that's totally fine. Some of you might be nurses, or maybe you work full-time and getting a snack in is difficult. Then make your breakfast bigger or make your lunch bigger. Make your meals work for you at the times that you are able to eat. So you might be accustomed to eating 5 to 6 small meals a day, or maybe 7 small meals a day, but when you're trying to get this amount of food in, and you're working on a pumping schedule, a nursing schedule, and your work schedule, it might not be the most convenient thing to do. So don't be afraid to combine meals 1 and 2, meals 3 and 4, and meals 5 and 6, and eat 3 bigger meals throughout the day, maybe 1 snack. That might be more doable for you than trying to fit in and eating 5 to 6, 7 times a day. Okay, so think about what your lifestyle is like, what your schedule is like, and fit that food into where you are. So write down your calories, write down your meals, what do you need to eat, and then figure out how you can make that work for your schedule. So you are getting in those calories, but you're not stopping to eat every hour and a half, 2 hours, and feeling very overwhelmed. So that's something that you can do as well. And then there is a huge myth, I think it's a myth, that, you shouldn't eat past 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. I'm here to tell you that I'm a believer in eat when you are hungry. I can tell you so many times we eat dinner in between 6:30 and 7:30, and if I'm up till 10:30, I'm hungry. I've been up for 3 hours. I haven't slowed down. I haven't been sitting on the couch watching TV. I'm doing laundry. I'm making lunches. I'm working. I'm talking with my husband. Whatever the case may be, I'm hungry. So I have no problem having a snack before I go to bed, whether it's apple and peanut butter, banana and peanut butter, a Shakeology mug cake, something like that. A frozen whole grain waffle with some peanut butter and honey on it, something that will, hard-boiled eggs, something that is protein, healthy fat can kind of keep me up, full for the night, because, I know that I'm going to be up either at 10, 10:30 with Hayden, and then again probably at 1, and then again at 5, and whatever the case may be that night. But you need to fuel your body, not just at, between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Like, if you're hungry past 6 p.m., eat. If you're hungry at 10 p.m., and your baby, especially if your baby's still getting up in the middle of the night, eat. Because you're burning calories when you get up to go nurse, and so you need those calories to help you give the best milk through the night, right? Drink some water before you go to bed. I always have my bottle of water. So I drink some water before I go to bed to stay hydrated, and I have a bottle at my bed during night. Don't stress about that. Like, eat when you're hungry, fuel your body. It's telling you it needs something. And it's different when you're following a stricter program, when you are not worrying about feeding a baby. But while you're nursing, eat when you're hungry. It's the best thing I can tell you to do. I remember just to put into perspective an experience, when I first started this whole clean eating and watching what I was eating, and, I was in a group with other women, but they weren't nursing. So it was a different experience. And I remember messaging my coach, Meg, saying, I'm up, like, my life is in 24 hours in 3-hour increments. Like, I'm not sleeping 6 or 7 hours at night. Like, I literally am up 24 hours, and I just kind of catnap throughout the day. This was when the twins were 4 months old till like probably 7 months old. And so I'm like, I'm hungry all day long. Like, I'm pumping every 3 hours, 24 hours around the clock. She's like, just eat. Just eat if you're hungry. So I would have toast and peanut butter at 3 a.m. when I was pumping. I would have a banana. I would have a bowl of cereal. I would have something to eat despite the time of day it was, because I was hungry. And I was not only feeding me and what I needed to do, but I was also feeding a baby. And so I think you have to kind of get past those typical diet, I think they're diet myths anyway, but those diet practices or those losing weight practices of only eating between a certain amount of time when you're nursing. You can eat healthy. You can make healthy choices when you're hungry. So that you're not, packing on Skittle weight or something, or a big bowl of sugary cereal. Make it a smart cereal. Make it something that's healthier for you, or a granola or something that isn't packed full of artificial sugars. Sorry, kind of a tangent. But my point of this message, of this video, is look at your needs. What is your lifestyle, and what is your caloric needs are, and how can you fit that into your schedule and your lifestyle? Because that's going to look different for everybody. So it might be 3 large meals with 1 snack. It might be eating every hour and a half to 2 hours. It might be, eating until the wee hours of 11 p.m. That's okay. Look at your lifestyle. Look at what your body needs, what your body is telling you, and trust it. Okay, just trust it. And I promise you, it will all work out in the end. Okay, so I want to hear what you're doing for yourself today. What are you going to do for yourself? As moms, we focus on everybody else. Are you going to work out? Are you going shopping? Are you going to take a bath or take a shower uninterrupted? Are you going to read a book? Yeah, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I am going to hopefully work out while this one takes a little nap. And then hubby is taking the kids tonight for gymnastics and so a dad's night. So I'm going to get some work done, because that is for me. I love my job. I love what I do. So I will be back in here with a post tonight, and we're going to go get our workout on. So make it a great day, you guys. Comment below with what you're going to do for yourself today. So make it a great day, and Hayden and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.